Good afternoon. This is, well, I guess evening now, but yeah, this is video log 111, and it is about 5:30 p.m. CST. Yeah, I mean, I've been fairly busy, centered up with work as usual, and last week there was a bit of an interesting event that occurred at my apartment and whatnot. There was actually a carjacking, and I wasn't a witness, but I was helping out the person that had their car jacked. They actually had it on, just like parked on the side of the street, and they still had it on, and the hazard lights were still on because, well, there was an incident in which they actually couldn't get back into the apartment because they left their phone in their apartment, and that's how we actually get access to our apartment and apartment building. So, yeah, I was trying to help her out with that, and unfortunately I couldn't get her to sign into the app that we use to get into the apartment because she is actually subleased under some other person, and she obviously couldn't contact him for the code, and we actually didn't have a physical key, which is weird, but they have like a keyhole for it, but they don't have like a physical key to actually put in the keyhole. So that was interesting, and fortunately I actually have my codes because I locked myself out once before, and I was lucky enough to not be subleased, and it happened to be a weekday, so that was very fortunate of me. But the thing is, like, they couldn't contact the guest services building because it was Saturday, and I mean, like, she could have like Airbnb'd or whatever, but instead she kind of forced herself in by getting a locksmith. But anyways, that's kind of a side note. The main story is the fact that while I was trying to help her out to get back into her apartment, somebody jacked her car. And so she had her key. I mean, the car was still on and all that, but she also had an AirTag, so we were able to find it and whatnot. And I was helping her out with that because she was a little bit concerned about I mean, she just moved to the city like 3 weeks ago, and she didn't really know where she was going and all that, and she wasn't sure about the person who jacked the car, or if they decided to go into one of the residential areas close to the parking lot, and if they were watching and keeping an eye out so they can actually see the keys next time and whatnot. And that did cross my mind, but I didn't think there was. Honestly, I think it was just based off of spontaneity, and as soon as they realized that the key wasn't in there, they probably just parked it somewhere and ran away, most likely. But the alleyway, I think, didn't have. Well, the alleyway may have had cameras. I'm assuming the alleyways typically do, but they probably had like a ski mask or something to cover their identity. So I don't know. But anyways, it was reported to police, so maybe they have a case for that now. But I'm assuming it was just some idiot that thought they could steal a car, but they couldn't. Anyways, yeah. I mean, other than that, that was cool, and I happened to have met some neighbors in the building next to ours, and that was because they actually saw that the car was taken. I think, yeah, I think she was crying when she realized her car was taken, and they decided to give her some emotional support, and they helped out with a police report, but she had to get her. I think it was her stepbrother or her family because the car wasn't owned by her, so they had to get somebody else to come in from Champaign, Illinois, to go to the city and help out with the police. They had to go there physically because they couldn't verify their identity through phone. But yeah, so all of that was situated. I just happened to be supportive, and I let her use my phone. And I don't know if it was. I don't think it was considered a date, but she did. She gave me. We went to a cafe together, and she paid for my coffee and all that, and she gave me some candy, like some Korean candy and all that, because she is Korean American, I believe. And yeah, and they are going to Tennessee now, so I would say, I'm going to say it was a date. I'd like to say it was a date, even though it was kind of just them being nice, and I think, Korean people are typically very nice people, and, they felt like they were obligated to, give something in return before they left, and whatever, I wasn't really attracted to them anyways, so it's fine. But yeah, I mean, other than that, there was another incident at work where, did I talk about this in this video? I don't know. I'm just kind of I'm spewing at this point, but yeah, I mean, we actually got our van stuck in a little patch of sand in a field, and it just happened to be there, even though, I mean, I knew of it, but the guy that was driving apparently didn't see it. I mean, he backed right into it, and it was rear wheel drive, and yeah, so they got stuck in the sand, and I knew like there was no way to get it out of the sand, but the committee members came in and they helped out or tried to help out, and we got kind of close, but it didn't. So we had to call AAA and all that, and yeah, yeah. And other than that, aside from things outside of my regular routine, which were those two incidents that happened in the past 2 weeks or so, my family is coming in, and they're coming in from the 7th to the 14th, so I already told my boss that I'm not going to be working that day. I'm going to be spending time with them, and I'm going to try to come up with some kind of rough itinerary for them for that time period. Since I've been here for a while, it's been about 10 months or so. But it's September, so yeah, it's been about living here 10 months. 11 months of being in the city in general. Yeah, so yeah, it's going to be fun. I don't really have, I just kind of brainstormed a list and whatnot. I hope, yeah, anyways. So yeah, it's going to be fun. Yeah, I mean, that's mostly everything. Did I have anything listed here? Sometimes I have, well, you guys already know, I sometimes have notes in here that, I don't know. It was mainly that. That was the main story. I guess I'm going to the beach today. I haven't gone to the beach all summer, which is crazy, and I don't even have a swimsuit, which I'm planning to go to Target to grab one. And I guess I've been trying to go shopping more for clothes. This is a new shirt. It actually fits me nicely, so I don't know. I'm not really a big fan of like just attire in general. I just like t-shirts and like cargo pants. I like jeans. I don't like tight fit jeans. I kind of like straight fit or something, and just standard like cargo shorts and shorts in general. And that's pretty much it. I like wearing sweatpants sometimes, and maybe like a t-shirt with some kind of picture or something. I mean, it's like yeah. I mean, like I wouldn't say that I have much of a sophisticated style, but you know, I've been trying to upgrade my wardrobe, and it's been working out somewhat, but I just, I don't know. So I actually did meet some guy named Corey, or like at work, and he's kind of fun. He's bisexual, so he's kind of, it's weird being around him because I want to consider myself to be bisexual, maybe bi-curious, potentially. I don't even know. I haven't really explored my sexuality that much, so. But yeah, he said he was willing to help me out with clothes, and my parents also wanted to help me out with shopping and whatnot, because I mean, they're going to be here anyways, and I don't like shopping. I really don't like running around shopping for things, so it's nice to have somebody to force me outside to go and do that. Even though, I mean, I went to the store today, and I went to a Ross, and I also went to a Marshall's last week, and I got a couple of things, this and then like shorts, and then I went to the Ross twice already, which is, you know, a few blocks. Well, it's pretty close to my apartment, and I couldn't find anything. I also get impatient. I don't like having to spend like more than 30 minutes at a clothing store, but you know, it is what it is. And also last week I went to like a strip, and there was this resale store that I may use to sell some of my objects that I don't really use too often. I'm trying to keep my possessions pretty minimal for the time being. But yeah, I mean, I haven't been using my camera, so I mean, but there are other things that I'm planning on getting rid of just to get some extra money, because yes, I think I mentioned that I got a new credit card last video, so, and I'm sure I did mention the little the van incident, but yeah, I'm just like, I usually, that's why I like writing notes, because I'll know, like, at least I'll have a list of things to start talking about in these videos. But I haven't been doing that recently, so it's been, you know, but I mean, they're more separated, so some more interesting topics may pop up in my head, because I know I haven't talked about it yet. Yeah. I don't know. I guess I was also thinking about like the Chicago Police Department, and I kind of just want to stick with the Chicago Park District for the time being. I don't know, being in the police forces, and I don't think that's really my cup of tea. But it's still in the back of my mind. But sometimes I think about it, and yeah, I don't know. I think that's it for the time. Yeah, for now. I keep saying time being. I've been using that a lot. That word or that phrase a lot. I don't know. It really matters anyways. Yep, that's it. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Bye.